All right, good morning. It is Bill Hurrelbrink from the KCTV5 newsroom with Bill's Weekend Picks. It's our weekly segment where we get together and we chit-chat a little bit about stuff happening in Kansas City over the weekend. A little bit of an abbreviated report for you here today, but we do have a couple of interviews with some folks around town for a couple of really neat events that are going to be taking place. Of course, it's the first weekend of April, so First Fridays is going to be going in the Crossroads here tomorrow, so you can find that all on the Crossroads website. But also another thing that's really happening over in Wyandotte County this weekend is going to be the Wyandotte County Ethnic Festival. We had the chance to catch up with the organizer there. His name is Curtis Smith, and he had this to say about the event.
The Wyandotte County Ethnic Festival is Saturday, April 6th from 10 to 6 p.m. and it is at Pearson Community Center in Pearson Park, which is just north of the Kaw River in Kansas City, Kansas. One of the unique features of the festival in Kansas City, Kansas is that we highlight gospel music. We always have a gospel group perform, and this year it's actually from the Santa Monica Church, an inspirational choir with a band behind them. Then we have China folk dance, Indonesian dancers, Nartan dancers from India. Sabor y Peru will be performing. They actually do a costume change, so they come out two different times and perform. A Malaysian dance troupe. We've not had Danny Hines and Oyatunda for a few years. They're a Barbados dance group with drums. We also have the Ukrainian Mavka dancers, which we're really excited to have, and a Laotian flautist, Tai Chi fan dance, Mongolian folk dance, Chinese drums. It's about celebrating our common humanity. At the same time, we celebrate the diversity of Wyandotte County. There's a tremendous amount of history to Wyandotte County that's unique from the Missouri side in particular. And Kansas has a unique history. We're talking especially about the Wyandotte tribe, who will have a display booth of their artifacts, along with the Delaware tribe, who they bought land from to settle there in what is Kansas City, Kansas, and Wyandotte County now. And that's unique. Also, of course, the Underground Railroad, Tony Hope, and the Quindaro Museum will be there. Those aspects are really unique historically and very special. And for the individuals who live in Wyandotte County, work, go to school there, Midwest Genealogy will be there so that you can do research on your own personal heritage, as I've done, as I was commenting on. And now that I'm retired, I have a little more time to do that kind of research, and it's something that is quite fascinating to find out about individually, and makes us appreciate, I think, how we're all interconnected.
So very, very cool opportunity here this weekend over again at Pearson Park in KCK. You can go check that out, part of the Wyandotte County Ethnic Festival again. And the best part about it that he didn't mention there is that it's an entirely free event. There's free parking. I know expensive parking has kind of been a topic here around Kansas City over the last few months. So free admission, free parking, Pearson Park coming up on Saturday, Wyandotte County Ethnic Festival. It runs from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Also, a performance there is going to be from the KCK Community Orchestra. That's under the direction of Mr. Jeff Beck. And if you were a USD 500 student like I was back in the day, you probably had Mr. Beck as a music teacher. So you're going to want to make sure you go check that out. They'll have a performance during the day there at the Wyandotte County Ethnic Festival as well. There's plenty of information about this on the UG's website. That's wicokck.org. Now, if that isn't really making your tickling your fancy of what you want to do, there is another event taking place down at the Black Box Theater. It's in the West Bottoms, down by the Ship and Fetch down there. It's cool, really intimate venue that this person is going to talk a little bit about. We had a chance to talk to Katie G yesterday. She is from the cast of this musical. It's called Stranger Sings. So you guys know the Netflix show Stranger Things. Well, this is kind of a takeoff of it, a musical parody. It made its debut in New York City here a little while ago, so this is going to be one of the first places you could see this musical outside of the Big Apple. And let's go ahead and hear from Katie about what you can expect to see at this performance that begins or opens tomorrow.
So, Stranger Sings is a parody musical that originated in New York, and Kansas City is one of the very first markets to actually produce it regionally. So, it's pretty great for Kansas City. Um, why Stranger Things fans should come see it is because every one of the local actors has studied each of the actors and the characters they're playing. They'll hear snippets from uh, recognizable pieces of film scores, and if they're musical fans, they'll hear snippets or honorariums, let's say, to famous musicals as well. So there's a bit of love for a lot of different fandoms. And you can actually kind of see, I'm actually sitting on the set right now. So we have the room is completely surrounded in Christmas lights. And I play Joyce and Will. Will is a puppet. And Joyce also wears Christmas lights around as her neck as a necklace. And then above me are clouds that we manipulate and change with the colors to either be in a forest or in a house or in the upside down when the Demogorgon shows up. So yeah, it's pretty great. So it's mostly focused on the first season, with some jokes and hints at the expense of how grown up everyone looks, because all the characters are played by adult actors. The action of the thing mostly revolves around the action of the first season with Will's disappearance and return home, and discovering the upside down. So we really don't get into a lot of the other stuff, but things like referencing Kate Bush does show up in this, which
I was going to ask, are we going to run up that hill? Are we going to
yeah.
do
Yeah, yeah, we do. It's not called running up that hill, but it is definitely in there. So there are moments where if people are caught up with the series, they'll absolutely recognize that, and they'll be able to get a good laugh at the expense of the show. And that's what the show is doing, is basically lovingly making fun of the Netflix series. The Black Box Theater was founded just over 5 years ago by a group of artists. Our executive director is Heidi Van. Rusty Snary is our production manager. It is a converted garage on the northeasternmost part of the West Bottoms. We're just around the corner from the Ship, from Fetch. So we are part of a very vibrant neighborhood down here. This show only seats 90 people. So when you come to the show, you will be part of the action. The Black Box is a theatrical venue, music venue. We have multiple stages, but for these purposes, this show is inside. As you can kind of maybe see behind me, there's a little exit. That's the door they'll come in, and the bar is just over my shoulder as well. But it's a small environment. It'll be an intimate environment. So every show will see either 80 or 90 people. And I think they really enjoy this space. Most people, when they come down here, because it has a really good vibe, because it has been so lovingly curated by artists for these last 5 years, what we've done to get through the pandemic and coming back from it. And a lot of the shows in here do feel extraordinarily vibey and intimate because of that.
Vibey and intimate.
So Stranger Sings is a parody musical.
There we go. So Stranger Things again, or Stranger Sings, that parody musical, opening tomorrow. It's going to be a great time there down in the Black Box Theater if you want to go check that out. And yeah, again, that opens tomorrow. And the cool thing, if you miss it tomorrow, there's plenty of other East Bottoms area. So, again, that's going to do it for Bill's weekend picks here this week. Also, don't forget, I forgot the Royals are in town here all weekend. They start a 4-game series with the White Sox tonight out at the K. So if you want to go see them, 4 opportunities here this weekend starting tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. So, of course, that all leads up to the big eclipse day on Monday. So make sure you get your glasses and you're all ready to go for that. But again, that's going to do it for Bill's weekend picks. Thanks for joining us. And as always, if you have any thing you want included on our weekend pick calendar, make sure you send me an email. Go to kctv5.com and find my name on there, and you can send me an email there. You can hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's all Bill KCTV5. Would welcome any and all of your suggestions on what people should do around town here for the weekend. So again, that does it for Bill's weekend picks. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday, a great Friday, and of course, a great weekend. We'll see you next time.